Thanks to Dame and Tom for setting the bar so low on the speeches. And, on behalf of my wife, my dear wife, I'd just like to welcome all of our closest friends, our family, distinguished guests, the not so distinguished guests, the completely undistinguished, my new in-laws, my old outlaws, friends of friends, wedding crashers, and those guys that Tom mentioned wandering in from Tonga Zoo. Thanks for making today so special. A big welcome to those, who have travelled. There's a few of them have been mentioned and had to sort out accommodation, what turned out to be Mardi Gras night. This includes Gareth and Alex and their baby Harvey. We hope you get back to Melbourne safely, especially if Gareth is flying the plane. From Queensland, Jay is here with his wife Kate, after also making the Bucks party. Can we someone silence that baby?
Silencer.
Zari, don't let me sing to you. We from Queensland, Jay's here with his wife Kate, who also made the Bucks party. Jay's my only high school mate here, and as I was at his wedding, which really shows how many people we've managed to alienate over the years.
Having said that, most of them enjoy.
It's great. Great to have Caz's brother Nick, who's back permanently from Singapore, so he can catch up on some babysitting Zara. Even though that means we can't use his flat for the honeymoon. We'd especially like to welcome Caz's cousin Adam, Danielle and Gabrielle from New York, where Adam works as a musician. It's personally great to finally be in a family whose passion for music is actually backed up with talent. Unfortunately, I was born with relatives whose tone deafness has often seen us compared to the family Von Crap. But my younger sister, Michaela, is back home safe after 2 years in Costa Rica. She left our brother Ben behind, as only one of them could get annual leave from the drug cartel. This is pretty typical of our family aversion to weddings. Out of 7 children, only 3 marriages, which doesn't even equal Dad's record. But we still managed to rustle up enough nieces and nephews to usher Caz down the aisle. So thanks Mac, Jude, Rayleigh, Adelaide, and also Theo, who handed out the flowers. For the fantastic flowers display themselves, we owe a massive thanks to the time and creativity of Sue. Sue is a paramedic and a florist, so if she can't resuscitate a patient, she can at least provide one of these beautiful bouquets for the funeral. I say that in the hope that tonight ends a recent series of family events I like to call 4 funerals and a wedding. It's great to finally be able to get together where the host isn't in a casket. But we will be missing all those who are no longer with us. This includes Caz's older sister, Ali, who is in her heart each day. And the death of her father, Michael, 4 years ago is the reason Uncle Bruce stepped in to give her away today. The death of my own father, Paul, 4 years ago is also the reason we're not listening to a long-winded speech to the tune of Jingle Bells. Uncle Tim's passing at the same age as Dad last year again reminded us to get busy living, get busy dying. No one lived this more than Anna Paddy, who's 98 years, still wasn't quite long enough to see me get married. And Uncle Mick is the only one of her 3 sons remaining, has confirmed to us that life is unpredictable and sobriety is definitely overrated. With that in mind, we We will enjoy a few drinks in their memory and hope they are smiling down from us from their resting place in heaven, or in my dad's case, the planet Dogstar. I want to thank Caz's family for welcoming me and making me feel at home, especially her mother Pam, who has shown me that mine isn't the only left-wing family that had the radio rusted to ABC Tel 702. Your advice and support to us as new parents has been invaluable. As a grandmother, Zara, you have applied the same love, patience and compassion as you did during your husband's battle with Michael battles with Alzheimer's. It gives me confidence that Caz will show the same qualities in the future when I forget our wedding anniversary. But becoming a father has also made me appreciate my own mum's contribution over the years. Being a single parent must have been especially hard when you have a full-time job, 6 different hobbies, and one of your kids is Al. To Mum, love is a doing word which she continues to show through babysitting at short notice, Sunday dinners and her speech tonight. It took Mum 30 years as a teacher to reveal she doesn't like speaking in front of people. But she overcame these and other challenges to provide for our family and to provide basic life lessons for the many students of Clearvale and Rowett girls, like how many grams are in an ounce of marijuana. This could be Mum's last wedding speech for a while, as my sister Jackie is still happily married after 3 kids and a 12-month house renovation. Whilst my brother Al still thinks monogamy is a type of a wood. Of course, Mum could still get married herself, but her and Merv have only been together 35 years. Over this time, I thank Merv for his humour, his friendship and his love of sport. It's inspiring to see you still win the odd game of golf at St Michael's. I just wish your horse tips had the same staying power. But we're lucky to have many friends here, including Caz's bridesmaid, Anne-Marie, who's looking sensational, as Damo remarked. Annie has been Caz's best friend since high school, despite getting deported to Penrith for years 11 and 12. Her ongoing support includes furnishing our nursery at home and getting my wife to the wedding without the use of an ambulance on time. Annie, I'm grateful that Caz feels like the bridesmaid was one in a million, because sometimes it feels like the best man was one in a raffle. Dane, it must be hard to do a best man speech for someone who's basically infallible. During your ramblings, I was reflecting on how lucky I was to use a website to meet my wife, and that wouldn't it be great if there was another website to meet a best man? Over the years, we've shared a lot of laughs at Rowett Rugby, Coogee Surf Club and touch football, as well as the challenges with flat sharing and keeping girls interested after you tell them you're an accountant. How do you repay someone whose organisation of the Bucks weekend is just another example of support over the years? It says a lot about Dane, that all he settled on was that tie, a pocket square and a box of Rogaine. I also want to thank Tom, our MC, for breaking the ice, and Tom is a legend down at Randwick, where he not only held the try-scoring record, but also the beer-drinking record. He's available for weddings, parties and funerals and bar mitzvahs. No gig too big, no fee too big. Although you can usually haggle him down to free drinks for the night, which in his case works out to be about $600. Before Tom takes back the mic, however, I'd mostly like to thank my beautiful wife, who looks absolutely gorgeous today. I'm so lucky and relieved that I've found someone to start a family and spend the rest of my life with. Although it was the internet that introduced us, I should also acknowledge mutual friends Karen and Colin, who helped Caz through her first date due diligence investigations. Apparently by suggesting I had a warped sense of humour. This has proved prophetic when I organised to meet at a cafe in Redfern, which happened to be in between suicide towers and a methadone clinic. Caz immediately impressed me with her easygoing street smarts as we made our way past a group of ice addicts to a local modern art gallery that only had 4 exhibits, one of which was a plate of rubber dog shit. That we are here today is thanks to her down-to-earth nature and a sense of humour. I was immediately comfortable in her company, and as I got to know her better, I began to think of her as like an angel that had fallen into my life from a balcony at a tumbleweed concert. I knew it was love when I was looking forward to seeing her each day, seeing or hearing from her each day. Her support and encouragement provided the determination I needed to complete a career change into financial planning. That determination only increased when I saw the size of the house she wanted to live in. During our busy lives, Caz has taught me the importance of taking time to stop, enjoy the moment, and usually over a relaxing cup of coffee, even if that means missing the connecting flight to Nairobi. Coffee quality is also important. Unfortunately, the skinny cappuccinos at Joburg Airport were slightly bitter, and probably not worth the $1,300 it cost to catch up with our luggage and a tour group.
It's still raw.
Look, I'm an accountant, it hurts. But the safari experience amongst the natural beauty and wildlife of Africa brought us closer in a way that all camping holidays do when there's a hyena outside your tent. Each night we would sit around the campfire listening to a pride of lions or a family of hippos. We not only dreamed of starting our own family, but Caz would physically prepare for the pain of labour by going 12 hours without urinating. 3 months after witnessing the majesty of things like Victoria Falls, I found myself marvelling at nature again when Caz fell pregnant in her first month off the pill. Then, of course, at the birth of our beautiful baby, Zara. Zara clearly knows today's special occasion, as she waited for the photos to vomit on my suit, till after the photos to vomit on my suit. I'm so grateful that our arrival postponed our wedding day, which we now celebrate as a family, and with the many friends who have also become parents recently. These include Rachel, Karen, and a real baby boom from Caz's paramedic colleagues. Alyssa, Alex, Phil, Mandy are here, as well as Blackie, who gave birth only 3 weeks ago. The support from this network of AMBOs has been particularly valuable, as motherhood is their first full-time role that doesn't provide overtime, meal penalties, and 5 days off between shifts. With Caz nearby, me and Zara are lucky that we have someone who's kind, caring, and qualified to look after us when we're sick or injured. As her husband, I'm even luckier, as she's the one most likely to be causing those injuries. At least that's what the guys at the men's shelter told me. I know there might be tough times ahead, but I'm encouraged by my increasing love and commitment, and your inability to stay angry for more than about 8 hours. I'm also encouraged and flattered that you have volunteered to change your name to Fitzgerald, even at a time when the family touch football team can't even win a game. In closing, it's a crazy world we live in when Donald Trump can win an election, Cronulla can win a premiership, and I can win over someone as beautiful as my wife. As a couple, I'm looking forward to more adventures and celebrations.